Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. My goodness, it is good to be back home in Omaha. I can just say that. And this is a topic we are discussing with the Better Business Bureau for reasons that I may or may not share depending on how I'm feeling in a few seconds here, are very timely considering I just got back home here from a trip. So we are discussing travel safety talking points, what to do if something goes wrong on said trip, with Tristan from the Better Business Bureau. Tristan, thank you so much for joining us back here at home in Omaha at the Alert Center. We appreciate your time today. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, happy to be back. May never leave again.
Yeah.
Anyway. So there are things if, God forbid, everything just breaks loose, right? So give us some travel safety talking points. Clearly, it does start there. You want to make sure that you're prepared ahead of time.
Yes. To start, when we travel, a lot of times if we go on vacation or anything, it could be one of the greatest experiences of our lives. It could be amazing. We enjoy every second of it. But some things could go wrong and it could be absolutely atrocious and we never want to travel again. So a few things just to get into is think about some what ifs, all right, I hope my trip goes perfect. But if not, let's say I'm out of the country and I lose my passport or there's a medical emergency or there's some, my credit card information gets stolen. How do I respond and what are the next steps? So for a passport, always have copies with you just in case you do lose your passport somewhere. You have those copies, you can go to your nearest embassy or find someone that can help you, and it makes it so much easier when you can prove your identity with that copy, and it makes getting a replacement much easier. And then when it comes to medical emergencies, be sure to maybe book travel insurance or just see what your insurance does cover. So when you are there, you understand, all right, if something does unfortunately happen or I get sick, what's my next move? How will I respond? And then stolen cards, be sure to just reach out to your bank directly and let them know if anything's gotten stolen or there are some charges that weren't you,
Right.
just so you're ready for it and you're not caught off guard and it ruins your whole trip.
Yeah, exactly. And we do often talk about, not necessarily wanting to use that debit card because once that cash is gone, you're out of luck. So maybe traveling with a credit card is perhaps the better route to take.
Definitely, yes, because like you just said, when you use your debit card, if that money is spent by someone else, it's gone. When it comes to credit cards, it's usually the bank's money or someone else's money, so they want to help get that money back. They want that money back just as much as you do. So just having a credit card, maybe even having a backup in case that one just does get hacked or anything like that. But definitely having a credit card or possibly using the currency there if you're buying some small things. But just be sure not to be too trustworthy with your debit card because we have no clue where that information can go.
Right, that is true. And, then you're going to have to, to call the fraud department, kind of take a look at those statements and really use a fine tooth comb in some cases to make sure that, the place on that identification label on that statement is really a place where you did go. Because I don't know about you. I mean, sometimes you look at that statement, you're like, did I go there? I don't know. I was traveling, right? So maybe you're not as familiar with the name as you perhaps should be. So that is one thing. Now, another thing that I like in this list of notes that you gave me is, you're not off the hook when you get back home from your vacation, right? There's certain things you want to do when you're safe at home. You still want to check and make sure you have everything that you left with.
Yes. So number one, just check your statements, your credit card, debit card statements, just to make sure there are no additional charges that you were like, oh, that wasn't me when I was there. Someone did hack my information. And then health-wise, just make sure you're healthy. Some things can show up after, whether you get sick or something's not feeling well. Reach out to your doctor. Let them know that maybe you traveled to this part of the world or this different country, and it just makes it easier for them to understand what could possibly be going wrong. And then just make sure you have everything. Once you get on that plane ride home, if you do forget something, reach out to where you think you might have left it, whether it's the hotel or a restaurant, and it can just make it so much easier to find things if you recognize you lost it right away.
Yeah, exactly. Or in my case, your earbuds in the rental car. They just kind of fall into one of those slots and oh well. It's a donation. I guess you could look at it that way too. So
Exactly. Yes,
all is
someone
not
at the
lost.
rental car company just got some new AirPods, so they're
Right.
super excited.
Yeah, exactly. But again, they do have different, they're used to this though. You're not the first, you won't be the last most likely. So, make sure you do read the fine print and give them a call and press the button, press 1 or 2 or whatever it may be for, lost items on your trip, etc. So, Tristan, thank you so much as usual for all of the good advice and good tips before you get going on that adventure outside of Omaha.
Yes, thank you. Welcome back.
All right, thanks. Happy to be home. All right, my dear, we'll see you. Okay, so that was Tristan joining us from the Better Business Bureau. If you are just joining us now, we were talking about some travel safety talking points. If you are headed outside of Omaha, perhaps nationally or internationally even, you want to plan ahead to protect yourself. Clearly, keep copies of your passport was one of them, and then make sure you're prepared if you do have any health issues, that you have the proper paperwork, the proper medications and documentation if you do get sick abroad. So I'll just kind of leave that there for you, and we will head into weather. A lot of funky weather since I've left, right? So here today is a 6 First Alert weather day, and we do have an update for you. I'm going to head over to our website for the very latest from Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord. So this is firstalert6.com, and then I clicked on that weather tab for you. So here's what we're looking at today, Tuesday. You can see 85 degrees, spotty storms after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we could have some gusty winds and hail out there, and downpours also possible. It's Omaha, right? So you never know what we could get. So keep in mind of that First Alert 6 weather day today. Tonight, Rusty says expect a 60% scattered strong storm chance, a low of 66 this evening. Then as we head later into the week, Wednesday, a 60% chance of scattered morning and afternoon storms with a high of 78. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 91. So yeah, it's heating up out there again. So be prepared for that. And that heat wave still on track Friday through Monday now. So that has changed things. That's the update for you today as well. And those First Alert 6 weather days for Friday into Monday now as well. So keep that in mind if you do have plans that take you outside. In the meantime, let's take a live look outside, shall we? Here's a live look from our Blackstone camera. It looks pretty decent out there right now, but again, that cloud cover looks somewhat ominous, so something to keep track of. Now, for the latest news and weather, you can always head to our website. That's firstalert6.com, and here's our top story that we're tracking right now for you on our website. Our fabulous digital team behind me, woo woo digital team. Here are our top headlines for you. I will leave those as web extras, and just want to say thank you again for joining us here at the Alert Center on this Tuesday afternoon, and please do stay tuned for our 3 p.m. broadcast with our Dave Savolinsky for your top headlines. We'll see you then.